What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Tiger T. I'm Tyler, and today I'm watching more Jello Apocalypse. We've done a few of their videos. We're gonna do so. This is basically Danny Phantom. Danny Phantom, beloved Nickelodeon cartoon. Um, yeah, we'll see what his thoughts are on Danny Phantom. Probably gonna be harsh on the ending, I imagine, because I think that's what most people are harsh on. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like if Spider-Man was dead? Danny Phantom is a show about a young superhero named Danny Fenton who really needs a better alias.
Word. It's terrible.
Into his Edgy Smash Bros. Palette swap at any time. He can walk through walls,
Yeah, but the palette swap is cool, though.
More unique than the other guy. Danny's parents are ghost hunters who accidentally turn their own
He
son
compared him to other ones that all do the same thing.
Danny has to catch all the ghosts while his parents try to turn him ghost from a half ghost to a whole ghost, but he can't tell them he's a ghost because then they'll attack him. Wait, luckily,
Which is not true.
Finds out about Spookamagookums and starts helping him out halfway through season 1.
He does?
What? That's right. Danny Phantom has changing status quo and plot progression before the season 1 finale. That's completely unheard of. Cartoon changing the industry in this contemporary year of 2004. Also helping Danny are his friends Sucker and Tam. Sucker likes machines and meat, and Tam is a goth who hangs out with Danny and Sucker for reasons that are still unclear to me. Danny and Tam secretly have feelings for one another because they're protagonists. Hey, it's a good thing they don't have chemistry class together or they'd be failing. You know what I'm saying? Up top. Alright. With puberty at his back and friends at his side, Danny learns that fighting ghosts is hard, but growing up just might be a little harder.
Coming soon to the CW.
Speaking of soap operas, meet Danny's nemesis, Vlad Masters, a villain show.
Vlad was dope though.
Thinks he's kidding when he twirls his mustache and tries to hit on Danny's mom from his cheese castle. Contrast with Valerie, a kick-ass anti-hero with sympathetic motivations and a really interesting dynamic with Danny, who ends up being a better antagonist than Vlad and a much better love interest than Tam. Oops, it just goes to show that the ones who hate Danny the most are those that keep trying to kill him. Marvel at the comic book styled rogues gallery, filled with interesting motivations and personality that eventually just trickles down to a game of how many times can Skulker show up this week by the end of season 2. Whenever he fights Ghost,
it's a lot of Skulker.
That's his signature catchphrase.
Guess I'll die.
That's not it. That's not it.
Rebreather!
Ah, Ghost Boy. You're just in time for me to ruin Jack and Maddie Fenton's anniversary cruise. And once their relationship has been scuttled, they'll get a divorce!
Change of plans. It's time for some cruise control.
Fool!
Oof.
You've fallen for my trap, hook, line, and sinker! Now, prepare to sleep with the bitches!
Sorry, must have forgotten my waterproof pajamas. I'll have to pass.
Huh. I might be a diver.
This
but
is
when I'm done with you,
this is
you'll be a
very,
diver!
very true to what these fight scenes were like, actually.
It's really unclear where the ghosts come from because sometimes they're actual dead people with documented existence.
Yeah.
And other times they're just ghost tornadoes. Season 1 sets the bar with its
But
constantly changing
Season
status
3
quo
explains
with
it, doesn't it? And it kind of ruins it.
Season 2 straddles the bar and cringes Season 3 bangs its nuts on it before falling off entirely.
Yeah, here it
Enjoy
is.
the interactions of the genuinely charming and interesting Fenton family, but only after every 3 episodes of Sucker and Tam had a fight because she's a vegetarian and doesn't meet his expectations.
It does happen. I remember that.
Danny Phantom is a charming cartoon that combines the fun of comic book superheroes with surprisingly well-written depictions of life as a teenager, even if the rushed ending left us missing a panel or two. But hey, at least the show will live on in the disproportionate ratio of an incredibly bizarre and sexual fan art.
Jesus.
Thank you all for watching, and a huge thank you to Butch Hartman for letting me make fun of his show and for designing and voicing Rebreather. If you want to see more of his work, then you should check out his YouTube channel or the Nuke Network.
That's,
It has cartoons,
oof.
shows, and games all made by Butch, and it's available in the App Store. If you'd like to support the show and get cool extras and outtakes, please consider becoming our patron on Patreon. All our patrons get to vote
This
on
didn't
what
age
soda
well.
sauce the video we make next, and all proceeds go to hiring more animators so we can make more videos even faster. Thanks.
Yeah, that part didn't age well.
Wondered what it would
Let's not visit his channel. Yeah, no, that was pretty much Danny Phantom. You know, like I said, they were gonna rag on season 3 because season 3 kind of doesn't really come together, and it kind of ruins some stuff. You know, like he made the joke of like the ghost meteor. I don't know if that's actually how they explain ghosts, but I remember they do explain ghosts such a weird way, where it's like, ooh, they're aliens or something. It's like, what? Why was that where you went with it? It kind of reminds me of a big problem that the anime studio Trigger has. Trigger, they made like I can't think of anything they made right now. I mean, like Gurren Lagann. I think that was back when they were like Zynax or something. What was the studio before Trigger? You know, but they make like you know, big one is Darling in the Franxx. You know, but that, you know, it's like a big criticism of that anime studio is that it's really good, and then like somehow they always end the show with outer space, and it's like, why did we do this? So yes, that's kind of a similar, you know, pitfall here, where it's like, oh, they didn't really stick the landing. Yeah, he ragged a lot on Tucker and Sam. I don't remember not liking Tucker and Sam as a kid. I do think that, what was it, Valerie or something, Violet. She was a really good character. You know, she definitely jumped in, and yeah, there's like a love interest thing there, and also like an anti-hero where she has reasons for why she does the things she does. Whereas yeah, Vlad was always really cool to me though, because he was like, what if Danny Phantom was older and like had experience and like knew all the different powers and stuff, you know? Because remember when they first fight, Vlad just schools him. Cause it's like, dude, like I've been doing this for years. I've been a ghost for years. You know, like you don't have anything on me. You know, you can barely control when you go like invisible. You know what I mean? Like you can't touch this. Yeah. I do think it's one of those shows that I think there is some nostalgia with it, where I think if we would go back and watch Danny Phantom, I don't think we would remember it, or we would put it as highly as we used to. You know, that was an interesting point that he made about how Danny Phantom did do a lot of more like story arc stuff before it was cool. You know, like he pointed out, like Adventure Time, but that was aired in 2010. You know, things like Steven Universe or Star vs. The Force of Evil or stuff like that, where it's like the 2010s and stuff. Where it would be interesting to go back and see, was Danny Phantom like the first cartoon to really do that? I wonder, because Danny Phantom was pretty early. Like I said, it was like 04. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool to go back and see if that was really the first cartoon that was really hitting on like story arcs and progression and stuff like that. But yeah, Danny Phantom I think is a good show. I think it's a little overrated, just a little bit. But yeah, let me know what you think of Danny Phantom. Let me know what you thought of this short. Yeah, please go check out other reactions I do. Like I said, I've done other Jello Apocalypse stuff, but also a lot of other animated stuff that's not Jello Apocalypse. And yeah, that is it. Until next time, make sure to watch more cartoons.